Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Hello and welcome to Week 15, Episode 2 of the Drew and Stu Podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, usually lately we haven't been making changes, but today you're inside the change factory. Quick change artist, is that what they call the girls that switch clothes really fast? That's you today, making a few changes, aren't you?
What, are you assuming we're going to the strip club? Yeah.
No, the magicians.
Quick change. Okay, anyway, quick change.
You
I think
you
it's
could pull
something
that
else.
off?
What, being a quick change artist? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
Boom,
I'm a slow moving bear, Drew. Nice and easy. I lumber into the situation like the A&W. Yeah, like I'm not very fast. But when I think about changing clothes, I'm thinking about other things. See, I got my head in the gutter. You know what, Drew? I am making a lot of changes, and I almost changed two of our nemesis, but we'll stick with one this week, and I'm going to join your side.
Your nemesis, not mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nemesis. Yeah, that's true.
I got off the train a while back. All right, so let's talk about that first nemesis. His name is Brandon Staley in the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Cam is finally getting off the train. It's probably going to hit tonight then. That's how it works in the gambling world. But Cam, explain why you're taking the Chargers off this week.
I will say this to the gamblers, though. I think if you tease this game both ways, probably to the under, it's like, I don't know how they get 42 points.
To the under.
And I don't know how one team wins by more than 10, but I'm going to take the Raiders. See, Drew, it's subliminal in my head. Anyway, I'm taking the Chargers have killed me all year. I'm thinking about this logically. I'm like, the Raiders at least have more incentive. They're at home. The only issue that I have is Easton Stick, and I think this guy is actually playing for something. If the Chargers do cover, it's because he had a good game. But you know what? I can't trust them. Raiders at home. Raiders by 4. I will switch from Chargers to the Raiders. We'll win by a point.
My issue, Cam, is I think the Chargers are mailing it in. Seeing their schedule down the stretch, if they can finish 5-12, they're going to get
they're mailing it in, but their quarterback's not mailing it in. He's playing for work.
I mean, number one receiver, Josh Palmer tonight. So Keenan Allen's out as well. So, I don't know how.
Eckler's beat up. Yeah,
I know Jacobs isn't playing for the Raiders. Devontae is questionable still. We don't know. I mean, it might just be a disaster. Just tease it to the under. Either way.
I got a prop for you anyway on this game, too. With Jacobs out, watch out. The biggest sneaky play tonight, Abdullah. He's going to get a lot of touches.
You like him more than Zamir White?
Yeah, I do. I think Abdullah's got. The one thing about Abdullah is, even at Nebraska, Drew, receiving over, I'm not sure about his rushing over, but he catches a lot of balls in the backfield. He's also a return guy. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in for a couple punts and a trick play. Watch out for Abdullah. He's actually, in my opinion, a player in the NFL has not been used properly. He was a very, very good collegiate player, and I think I'm not going to say he's Cordell Patterson, but he has traits like him. Like he can be good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. In the receiving game for sure. I like Zamir White tonight. I'm starting him in a few fantasy playoff matchups. Just Jacobs out. So
I think they're both going to get touches. Don't you think?
A goal line touchdown. That's all I'm asking for. Just one goal line TD.
What's his TD?
For Zamir White?
Yeah.
Plus 250. Well, it's plus 450 right now, but it'll probably be plus 200.
Well, let's bet it now. At 450, that's a steal.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I guess they assume Jacobs is playing at the time of taping, but if Jacobs goes out, it'll probably be down to plus 180, to be honest. All right, Cam, our next switch we will be doing together. It's the Minnesota Vikings to the Cincinnati Bengals. Nick Mullins is starting. Browning will start despite the injury. We're both don't believe in the Vikings. You want me to start why? I can explain why. If you
start, you start why. It's a very tough game still, but you start.
I just think Cincinnati at home, they're the better football team. I don't trust Nick Mullins. I know people are like, oh, look in his first 15 games, his stats. I'm like, yeah, his first 12 of those were for the San Francisco 49ers. This isn't the San Francisco 49ers. This is the Minnesota Vikings. Give me, Cam, Jake Browning's looked really good for the Bengals. They look like a team that might actually sneak into the playoffs here, and they need this win if they want to do that. So give me the Bengals at home to cover this number.
Also, I think it's a very dangerous proposition. Justin Jefferson is coming back, but he got hurt last game. So, there's a question. If anything happens early in the game, if Cincinnati goes up by a couple scores, like he might tap out and go, you know what? Yeah, like I'm not risking my future to stay in this game here in cold Cincinnati. I like the Bengals by 7. Browning's getting better. It's funny too. Chase came out and said he's the best receiver. Now he has to prove it and get a touchdown in this game. You know what?
He needs
Less
to stop
talk,
talking.
more. You know what? Everybody needs to stop talking. It's not good for anybody. Like I don't understand with these athletes. Like I know it's fun for everybody, and I'm the best. That's what I loved about Barry Sanders. He ran and carried a big stick. He politely gave the ball back to the referee like he's been. You know what? Act like you've been there before. Don't be a hot dog.
I like the reference. Carrying a big stick made me laugh.
It's not.
All right.
it's a sign. Walk quietly and carry a big stick. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, Cam, your next switch. Explain. You said it on the Tuesday show. You winked at the camera. You'd let the viewers know what the switch was going to be. So now you can lock in the switch to the Arizona Cardinals and explain why.
It's just too many points, Drew. The thing about San Francisco is they look at the Cardinals like kind of like their division. It's funny that San Francisco is so good. Their rivals are more Philadelphia and Dallas rather than their own divisional mates, except for when Seattle's good. Well, San Francisco showed them like Seattle didn't like they played their A game and they still trounced them. So I think the back door's open with Arizona in this game. I see San Francisco sees the big picture. I would not be surprised if they pulled starters up like 17-24 and that back door exists at what are we getting 13.5?
Yep.
That seems like a lot of points to me. We're down 20, you get a touchdown, they lose by 13, we cover by the hook. I see major backdoor potential with the Cardinals in this game.
Cam, one of the ones I was going to switch, but I'm going to stay on Philly. This is the Seattle Seahawks. I'm looking at their historic results. Can you name the last time the Eagles beat the Seahawks?
Seattle owns Philadelphia, don't they?
Correct. Let's see.
Because I remember I remember over the years we always beat them. Like we always kicked. And actually, we kicked their ass a few times back in the Sean Alexander era.
All right, so they've won once in their last 9 meetings. Can you name the time?
I'm thinking like 2012.
Before that, Cam.
Oh, wow, 2008.
Correct. 2008.
What a guess. Oh, wow.
The Eagles beat the Seahawks 26-7. Since then, they've lost 7 straight to the Seattle Seahawks, Cam.
That was when Seattle was in their prime, though. That was the old Russell Wilson young days, the Legion of Boom, the good times.
I don't know, Cam. They lost in 2020 twice. They lost in 2019. They lost in 2017. They lost in 2016. It's not like the Eagles,
you're right. 2017. Okay.
I mean, Cam, that's when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. The Seahawks just have their number. I know everyone's thinking the Eagles are going to get back on track, including myself, but you might have to sprinkle on the Seattle money line.
So you're taking Seattle then? That's what you're telling me?
I'm staying on Philly, but I'm saying these trends are saying why you should take Seattle.
Why are you messing me up? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was just saying that you're giving all this empirical data. You're trying to back up my pick? And I'm going to tell you something. Seattle's probably going to lose this game by 10, and I'm a Seahawk fan. Stick with Philadelphia. I'm teasing Seattle. If everybody wants to know the truth in this game, I'm probably a little bit like I'll take Seattle with the points, but the teaser is the only way to go. Philadelphia, they need this game so damn bad now. They got to get their confidence back. I hate to say it. Seattle's defense is awful. Their pass defense is atrocious. So even if Hurts is hurt and the receivers don't fumble balls, Seattle could be in a bad spot. Drew, I'm literally betting this game because of my fandom. Kind of like sometimes we take the Bills in tough situations, but
what did you think of David Carr's comments saying that Marcus Mariota should be starting over Jalen Hurts right now?
That's idiotic. Okay. This is clickbait. You know what, Carr? Worry about your own problems. But I will give David Carr one thing.
David Carr, not Derek.
Sorry. Derek. What do I call? What did I say?
You said worry about your own problems, but David Carr is a host. He doesn't really have problems.
I meant Derek Carr. I always screw up this. I've been doing it for years. Anyway, the thing is, worry about yourself. But I'll say one thing about Carr. He does take a lot. He takes a beating and keeps on ticking, but worry about your own problems. And by the way, Marcus Mariota is a backup for a reason. He's not Jalen Hurts.
He started last year. He was freaking terrible in Atlanta.
Dude, Mariota blows. He'll run a little bit and he'll throw a pick. So
he lasted 7 weeks on the Netflix show, the quarterback. He couldn't even last full season up for Netflix.
Dude, if you think Mariota is better than Hurts, you don't know anything about football.
His reasoning is he thinks Hurts is banged up with his knee injury, so he's like, "Why are you starting this guy who can't read defenses?" Well,
maybe to get home field advantage. They have a lot of big games coming up, and he can.
I was like, I'll take one-legged Jalen Hurts over Mariota 100 times out of 100. It's not even close. Yes. I think it's a stupid comment.
I don't understand. So you're keeping with Philadelphia. You're not changing anything.
I just changed the Vikings to the Bengals. That's it.
Oh, and then we started talking about Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah, I was just because I saw those.
I can tell, Drew. I know you're having a lot of home improvement issues like me in the past. It can really rattle your cage. I know.
Yes. When you need to get the city to come shut off your water because of a leak in the basement.
Dude, I don't want to tell you about water problems with us. We're going to go see Celino and Barnes pretty soon. I need a legal team. And the garage door breaking in the winter, not fun.
You drive to Buffalo for Celino and Barnes?
Yeah. The worst is when you got to break into your own garage. Like, can't break it. Go through the glass and climb in. Like, that's not fun.
You ever had to break into your back window? I used to do it all the time.
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. I've broken into my back window. I've broken in my garage. I try not to, but yeah, it's happened before.
I've had where I forgot my key when I was in high school.
Me
and I was
too.
like,
Wasted,
fuck
like
it.
trying to
Just
get in the
hop
house.
fence,
Lock.
and then you use your hands on the glass window to open it, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
calling on the window. And you can tell your neighbors in the back. They're like, they probably think some dickheads.
Dude, that's the
breaking
thing
into
about
stuff.
this. My neighbor's got he's got strobe lights and stuff. He's basically Filipino neighborhood watch. He's a good friend because he knows like I'm working late and sometimes I do this and I go out. I go, hey, watch my place and stuff because everyone knows I'm the only guy without like a family in my cul-de-sac. This guy literally, if he saw me climb through it and he didn't know it was me, I think there could be there could be big problems. Aluminum bat meat ribs, like, you know what I mean? So like I just don't I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, they're going from singing friggin' Rod Stewart karaoke in the garage to like using the microphone on my head. Like, you know what I mean?
Have you participated in the karaoke or what?
Yes, I do. I like to have a couple shots of Jameson and a glass of wine, and I tickle the ivories. I like
your go-to song is definitely Tequila. I know it is.
No, I used to do Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, but I'm getting older. It's hard to hit those notes.
I mean, you're not trying to get signed to American Idol. It's
you'd be surprised. Dude, these guys are pros. Like they work on their game. Oh yeah, dude, they don't work. They just sing karaoke all day and drink. It's like my dream job.
That sounds like
Freedom 55 sounds great. I'm never going to get there.
Yeah, you're gonna be Freedom 87.
I'm Freedom 72 if my heart's still beating.
There you go. All right, let's get into our sports interaction.
Sorry, Drew.
Props.
Yeah.
Props
No, you didn't do my last change. There's one more.
You had 3.
San Francisco, yeah. Oh yeah, Carolina. We're sticking with. Sorry.
Yeah. You were gonna tell anybody, Carolina, and then you were like, you can't do it.
Guys.
Yeah. So secret Cam behind the scenes was talking about switching Carolina, and then got off the train because he's like,
I almost switched both. No,
and the Panthers.
Seeing the Chargers and Panthers both cover, I'm gonna lose it on you next show. And if they both not cover, then we should have changed them both. Don't
blame me. Like a lot of our viewers, just tease our mineral picks. They parlay 6 teasers, and it ends up hitting all the time.
Okay, I was good. I like that.
You hit a big teaser last week, I heard. But that's
with Mayo? Yeah. 7 banger. Yeah, and these guys are like mocking me this week. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like I gave you a 7. I go, let's go have a 12. They go, that's all you. I go, okay, whatever you like.
All right. Yeah, sure.
See, you give me credit when I hit a 7 banger, right?
Yeah, that's
Drew?
impressive.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, like I hate the people that like the analytical people are like, oh, that's not good value. That's low.
I'm doing a 12 bag and they're like, don't tease through 0. I go, I'm doing a 12 game teaser. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
The odds of this hitting are very slim. Yeah, these guys are too much. These analytical guys, sometimes they need to, take a dip in the calculator.
Trust your gut. I believe in analytics sometimes, but sometimes the gut overrules that.
That's one thing about you. I'll give you credit for, Drew. You're a mixture of both. You have a little bit and that's what I like about our boy Meanie. Like he'll do the human element and he's really good with the numbers too. Like I know a lot of people that just literally have a program and they bet based on their program. I go, I could never do that. Like that will never be me because you need to look at what's happening in a game.
I also need to like what I'm betting on. Like if I'm like, the computer says this is like an 80% chance of winning. I'm like, but I don't want to bet on the.
Dude, I don't like Carolina, but we're betting them because 9 out of 10 people will bet Atlanta this week. That's the only reason we're taking them.
It's like the blackjack card, like we said on Tuesday's show. Sometimes you just got to do it. You might not want to hit on a 14, but you got to do it sometimes when the dealer's showing a 10, Cam.
Oh, you hit on a 14 every time against a 10. You hit at a 16
that's what I'm saying.
Against a 10.
I'm saying people might not like it, though.
You stop at 17. Anyway, we'll do a blackjack show later.
Yeah. Let's play live blackjack for the viewers. Yeah.
I'm into that.
See how fast Cam can lose $1,000.
Very fast.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into our sports interaction props of the week, Cam. Head on over to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN for the latest odds. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. I will start with my probably my favorite prop of the week, probably my most juice. Amon-Ra St. Brown over 73.5 yards.
Love it.
He's been well over this in every home game. He's got 95, 77, and 108, 102, and 102. He goes under this number on the road, but this game is indoors in Detroit. He also has 9 catches, 8 catches, 6 catches, 9 catches, and 7 catches in those indoor games. So I like his over 6.5 catches as well. And if you parlay those together, it's plus 210. Cam, I love Amon-Ra to have a big game against the Denver Broncos on Saturday.
Love the pick, Drew. I'm going to save actually, or do you want to go game by game? Like I'll give you my touchdowns for this game, or do you want me to do props and then touchdowns? Anyway, for this game, I would think Montgomery, you got to lay juice, but he's there. Gibbs, they said they're going to give Gibbs the ball plus 100. If you're looking for Denver, I like Cortland Sutton at plus 150. He always seems to be the guy to get
lately.
Yeah, that's you got to bet Sutton at plus 150. But Gibbs and Montgomery, I think both get a touchdown for Detroit. That's what I'm thinking. And I love Detroit this week.
All right. What is your first prop or anytime TD you have written down?
It's funny, Drew. Let's go to 2 from the Buffalo Bills against Dallas. I actually think the Bills beat these guys by 10 to 13 points. I'm worried about the defense, but I see points. If the weather is good, I see Buffalo throwing it all around. How do you not take, guys? Josh Allen got a touchdown last week against the Chiefs as he carried his team into the end zone. Every rush, every throw, every game, everything for Buffalo is mandatory now. And if Josh Allen needs to do something with his feet, he will. Over 34.5 rushing yards, touchdown, plus 130, Josh Allen. I would not be surprised if he had 2 touchdowns.
And you should parlay that together, Cam. It's plus 250. Sold. That's I think
adding James Cook. The Buffalo Bills are starting to use Cook a lot more. Over 79.5 rushing and receiving for Cook.
Okay, I thought
you can run on Dallas, Drew. That's one thing, and he'll get balls out of.
It's plus 500 if you add that to the Allen parlay, Cam.
Oh my God! Yeah, I like the over 23.5 yards receiving for Cook, but rushing and receiving is 79.5. Yep. And Drew, you saw what he did against Kansas City. He was very effective. And one thing you can do on Dallas,
they stopped using him in the second half for some friggin' reason.
Dallas, you can run on them. If the Bills have to establish the run, I don't care if it's through the little dump offs, ding, 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 so they're really passes, but short passes, run, keep them off the guard, and then Allen could do his thing to Kincaid, Diggs, and the rest of the gang. That's what they got to do.
Talking about bad beats, Cam, I had Josh Allen over 32.5 rushing yards last week. Those 2 kneels at the end of the game made him go down from 34 to 32. Absolute tragedy.
Wow. Be careful about that. Like, that's the thing. I've seen guys go, oh, how does he not
quarterback kneel should not fucking count for rushing yards. That's the stupidest thing ever.
But that's, good luck telling the sports books that one.
I know, but I can't. The amount of times I see people lose fantasy matchups or something like that because of a kneel like that, I was watching. I was like, no way, he just dropped to 32 yards. I remember
once we had Tom Brady over 2.5. It was over 1.5 yards rushing. He was at 2, and that's the thing. Even -1. And it was like a huge play. It was like some Super Bowl. Like, I remember, I go, you know what? I got to remember this for the rest of my life. These look good, but if you're on the winning team, you got problems, bro.
Yeah, you got quarterback kneels taking away your props. Not fun. All right, my next prop, Cam. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns parlayed with over 247 passing yards. You're giving me Mahomes to get only 247 passing yards? This line's a joke this week. I know New England's held teams under 10 points in 6 straight games, besides the Steelers one last week, and they've had 10 days to prepare. I don't care. I think Mahomes throws 303 this week. I have to get him 1.5 and over 247. Give me that all day, and it's plus 180, Cam.
Drew,
I love that bar.
I love where you're going. Actually, I have that, and I don't advocate you don't want to be juicy, and all these guys will say never lay juice, whatever. Mahomes 1.5 -160. I don't care. If you lose the bet, you lose the bet. Sometimes you eat juice. So the thing is, I don't know how he doesn't get 2. And if he gets 2, that's the people oh, that's a really bad bet. You're laying juice. No, it's only a bad bet when you have to pay juice. And that's the thing. And
if the bet wins, who cares how much juice?
And if you win two of your other bets compared to it, so you know what? Don't worry about it. I love that bet, Drew. I love it.
All right, what's your next anytime TD prop or prop for the week?
Let's go with oh yes. Now we're going to the other Saturday game. Your boy Hawkinson. That's the one Viking I like at plus 240 anytime touchdown. And for the Bengals, I'm going to go with Chase plus 150. And I kind of like Joe Mixon at -110. I haven't bet it yet. I thought it might be, plus 110. But what do you think about Chase and Hawkinson?
I like that, Cam. I was just going to say, let's do a same game. Let's do a touchdown from every team on the Saturday slate because I always do those bets anyway because I've hit a big one before. So why don't we just build one right now? So you got Chase and Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Chase plus 140, Hawkinson. So that's plus 700. Let's add that. Those two together. It's already plus 700. Steelers and Colts. Give me 2 guys to score touchdowns.
Steelers and Colts. 2 guys to score touchdowns.
1 from each team or 2 from one team. I don't care.
I don't have anybody from that game. You're going to have to do that.
I'm just saying for Saturday, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to give me Najee Harris for the Steelers.
I like that, actually. I like Harris.
I'd take Pittman if I was picking a Colt over Zach Moss, but it's up to you.
I kind of like Moss.
All right, so you want to go Moss?
No, you got to go with your heart because if we lose because of my guy compared to your guy, see this. I do like Mitchell Trubisky over rushing yards as a prop, and I like both.
Okay, let's do this TD thing first, Cam. What do you want, Moss or Pittman? It's your call.
Moss.
All right, we're doing Moss. Okay, so let's add that. That's already plus 2,900. And let's get to the Denver-Detroit game. I'll pick Amon-Ra, St. Brown. You pick someone from the Detroit or the Denver Broncos.
Sutton plus 150.
Okay, that adds plus 400. So this is 150 to 1 parlay, Cam.
You got to email this to me or text me because I have to play it. Because if it wins and I don't, I will literally. You think you got problems with your water main and garage door? I'll be jumping through a window. New windows.
All right, Hawkinson, Chase in the first game, Harris and Moss in the second game, and Amon-Ra and Sutton in the third game. Pays 150 to 1. Made it live on the show, Cam.
Sold.
I will send you. Actually, I'll screenshot it and send it to you after the show. You might hear a click. Did you hear the click? That was me screenshotting.
Whatever.
All right,
just I don't care how you send it to me. Just do it.
All right. Let's do my next prop, Cam. Tua Tagovailoa under 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's only had over 2 in one of his last 3 games, and he did not have 2 against the Jets last time they played. I think the Jets are sneaky alive on the money line in this game.
So do I.
Tyreek Hill also never scores against the Jets. Hasn't had one in his career, so I don't think he scores in here. I think they have struggle, and I think Tua goes under 1.5 touchdowns. Cam.
I like the bet. Also, guys, be careful with Hill. If he plays, he might do his thing because he's the one guy that can separate, but he was banged up against Tennessee. It's a very risky proposition for all those people that played Justin Jefferson. You saw what happened last week. He was in for a series. He's gone. And you know what? You can't complain.
And you see how he got hurt? A terrible throw from the quarterback. Put him in the train tracks. Like right over the middle, got smoked. I was like, who's throwing that ball? Like that's I would be yelling at the quarterback if I was him.
That's why Mullins is starting, Drew.
Yes.
It's a pretty simple concept, right?
Fair. All right. So what's your next prop?
I'm going to go from the same game as well. Let's start with Atlanta and Carolina. I'm going to go Chuba Hubbard plus 200. If Atlanta gets 1 touchdown, it's him. And I'm going to go Robinson for Atlanta. Yeah, if Carolina gets, they might kick 6 field goals. Who knows? Hubbard plus 200. And I will go with Bijan Robinson plus 120.
Ooh, I like that, Cam. A little parlay action, probably plus 300. All right, Cam, my next prop. Breece Hall over 4.5 catches. In his last 4 games, he's had 8, 6, 7, and 5. He has 32 targets in his last 4 games, had 8 last week with Zach Wilson back in the lineup. I think they'll be down against Miami, which means he's going to catch those. And if you like him over his yardage as well, over 4.5 catches plus over 26.5 yards is plus 250. I think Breece Hall catches a bunch of balls just like last week, Cam. Is that crazy?
It's not crazy at all. I think Breece Hall's awesome. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns and Bears game. I'm going back to Fields. The Cleveland Browns play a lot of man-to-man. You know what that means? Turning your back and watching a receiver and watching Justin Fields take off. Rushing over, touchdown at plus 210. I was on him last week with DJ Moore. And who is Joe Flacco's favorite target? His name is Njoku, plus 220. He had 2 touchdowns the other week. They love their tight ends. I'm going to go with Njoku, plus 220.
I love it, Cam. They do throw the tight ends, and I think the Browns smashed the Bears. I know you're on the Bears in this one.
I think the Bears win outright.
Yep. We're in a disagreement here, Cam.
On one game, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not in our minerals. It's fine. Actually, it might be in my minerals. I don't even remember.
It might be in mine, too. I think
it's
my fourth. No, it's my 4th mineral.
It is. I mean, here. It is not in my minerals. I think
good.
Oh, no, it is. It's my gold pick. What am I talking about?
Oh, God, Drew. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Cam.
It's all right. Just don't worry.
You're going to lose that Bears bag. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
My last prop of the week, Cam, the one that I like a lot. Drake. Oh, sorry. This is my big one, my Hail Mary one. This is my Hail Mary. London over 6 catches, over 100 yards, and a touchdown. It's 15 to 1. He had 172 last game. The game before that, he had 5 for 91. I think he easily gets 6 for 100 and a touchdown against Carolina.
My crazy prop, it's just one thing. Colby Parkinson, tight end Seattle, 7 to 1, anytime touchdown.
You love the long shot TD tight ends. The tight ends are your guys.
They are. That's what.
What's Parkinson? What's his first TD number for Monday night?
I think it's like 20,
that's probably not.
I think it's 20, 15 or 20. I got to go double check that. But his anytime is 7, which is a real. He had a touchdown last game too against San Francisco. So be careful. They're starting to throw to him. I also like Kittle anytime touchdown.
Colby Parkinson first touchdown's 40 to 1.
Are you kidding me?
I'm looking at it right now.
You have to play it, even for $10, $20. Like you have to. I'm done. Like, no, but the problem is Philadelphia will probably get the first touchdown, but they look at him in the end zone. Like there's no. It's not just we're going to go to Fant or we're going. I know they look at Metcalf first, but that's a crazy price. I would. Wow. Okay, I'm in. Other touchdowns, Drew, include George Kittle plus 130. Kyron Williams parlayed with Christian McCaffrey, both to score a touchdown plus 110, and Evan Ingram is the favorite target with all the injuries for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another tight end, plus 240, anytime touchdown. Done.
Cam loves the tight ends this week. You're a tight end guy, eh? You like the tight ends?
Yes, I am. I like my ends tight.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, well, that does it for our prop show, our changes. I'll recap our picks for everybody with the full screen board here. So for Cam for this week has the Raiders, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Lions is his gold, the Houston Texans, the Jets is his silver, the Bears, the Chiefs, the Carolina Panthers, unfortunately, both of us are on them. The Giants, the Green Bay Packers, the Washington Commanders, the Arizona Cardinals, the Bills is Cam's bronze, the Jags, and then the Seattle Seahawks rounding it out on Monday Night Football. My board here, I have the Raiders, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Lions, the Houston Texans, the Jets is my silver as well. The Cleveland Browns is my gold. The Chiefs is my bronze. I have Carolina, the Giants, the Packers, Washington Commanders, Arizona, the Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night, despite everything I said. That
Actually, I would like to change the Jaguars to Ravens as well before we go.
Oh, a little late change, Cam.
Yeah,
I like
I threw an audible at you, Drew. We're throwing the ball.
Hey, Drew, you know that full screen board you make? Yeah, make another one. That's what he said.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry you have to do. I forgot. I don't tell the people. You're Gary Graphic and Frank Font on top of being Harry Host. Right?
And Chris Chiron or whatever they say.
What?
I don't know.
I like Chris Chiron. That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
Craig Chiron will work too.
Craig Chiron. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Craig Chiron.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway, something with a C. Cam. You could be Cam Chiron.
There you go, Cam Chiron. And we'll be. You gonna watch the game tonight? Be honest. I guess you have to.
I'm on air.
Yeah,
I'll be betting on late hockey and watching the Chargers and Raiders. Oh God, help us!
I know. I'll be tuning in here and there. Might be time to watch the Survivor episode with the wife. It might be like give the wife some time night.
Hey, don't worry about it. That's another thing about betting. This is the good thing. Sometimes like taking away your eyes from the game is a good thing. Like when things are going bad, I'm like, just walk away from it for a while. And I'm telling you, more good than bad happens. When I watch intently, bad things happen all the time.
Honestly, Survivor might be better product than the NFL game tonight. We'll be honest.
For sure.
It might be.
Golden Bachelor.
And there's a guy named Drew on the show. I'm hoping he wins. You never know.
Yes.
Cam, you should go on Survivor. I'd watch.
I would actually, you know what? I could do well in certain things, but my cravings would be like in the morning.
You couldn't survive on 1 cup of rice a day?
Actually, you'd be surprised now that I'm on Jardians and stuff. I don't eat as much as I did, but it's the coffee. I need caffeine. Like I need there's certain things that I need. Like
you'd wake up in the raft. You'd wake up in the bamboo. You'd be like, I slept.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like when you're off that stuff. Like when I got myself off sugar, Drew. Basically, like the doctor told me, it's like what a drug addict feels like when they get off like heroin. Like I was getting pounding headaches, sweating, because I used to drink like 4 or 5 Pepsis a day. For all you people out there, that's how I got diabetes. Quick tip. Get off that stuff. That's the gold pick. But anyway, for the first couple weeks, it is an absolute nightmare. Like it feels like you got beaten up, you're sweating, you're flipping out. Like people don't understand sugar.
They probably wouldn't let you on the show. They'd be like, "Yeah, you're not allowed on the show. Your health, you can't bring your sleep mask on the Survivor Cam."
That's a good point. What am I going to do? Like sleep in bamboo? I need a power outlet.
We think Cam's heart stopped. Cam's heart might have stopped. Something to get out there.
I wake up in the middle of the night with night terrors with the harpoon and harpooning my friend instead of the fish. Yeah, we have a problem.
You'd be like, just vote me off the island. No, I'm for the viewers there. I'm gonna submit a casting video for Cam for Squid Games though, because I think he'd be good at that. And you get fed on that.
I'm good at Fear Factor, except for the stuff with the snakes. Like I can eat cow.
Squid Game is just being an ally to everybody. You save your friends most of it. And
remember when we worked at Fantasy, Drew, and I used to eat like the crazy stuff when I got the picks wrong. Like nothing. Like you saw Morency was having problems getting stuff that I would like throw up. I'd eat anything.
Yeah, and I remember you struggled to eat the vine leaves one time, and everyone was like, "That's a regular thing people eat," and I was like, "It looks disgusting." It was like vine leaves stuffed with rice. I didn't
like those little wieners that they gave me too. I think they're like 5 years past its expiry date. Those Vienna sausages, I almost gagged those up.
Yeah, and the tofu cake, the tofu steaks, those are looking pretty disgusting.
Bad,
Yeah, disgusting. Anyways, let's get out of here. And then once again, this show is brought to you by Sports Interaction. Head on over to sportsinteraction.com/STPN. Enjoy the Thursday night football games. Enjoy the Saturday night football games or Saturday slate of games. Enjoy Sunday. Enjoy Monday. Gotta love 4 days of football camp now that college is done. And we will see you on Tuesday. Thank you.
This has been Drew and Stu.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.